and a Golden Angel Award ceremony.
Hello, my dear friends, my lovely audience. Welcome to the East West Show. Jack Chow, your host. This show is exclusively sponsored by Wolfers, the Belgian royal family designated brand of jewelry with 400 years of glorious history that is hand-forged by 10 generations of the greatest craftsman, which stands for a testimony to the spectacular and the share of the royal glory.
Oh.
With that, we start the show. Today with me, to my glory, to the glory of my whole team, the entire EDI, we have our beloved Congresswoman Judy Chu joining us in the celebration of 4th of July. So, Congresswoman Judy Chu, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. Well, it is a big celebration. You stretch out the whole year, 365 days. To me, no day is greater, including my own birthday, including my father's birthday, greater than this day. Because this is the day of birth, of the celebration, of the anniversary of our freedom, which I came for. All right. So,
Yes.
Big celebration. And the best way to celebrate is that I believe it is to give a thorough study, or at least a profound consideration of where our freedom comes from. Do you think I make a right point?
Absolutely.
Very good. And by the way, Madame, I would say today is a double feature celebration. Celebration of our National Day, 4th of July, and the celebration of your 10 years of anniversary of service at Congress for the glorious 10 years. Exactly July 2009
That is
to
right.
July 2019, right? All right. How shall we put our hands together? Twice. We'll do that. Okay,
Well, thank you.
Very good. And it is remembered. It is very, very well remembered, not only the name, but the figure that we see on an everyday basis. I myself, as a media man, whose eye are on them every day, I can tell the difference, right? Take the community, for example, right? And however busy you are at Congress, you never missed any of the local important event. Big as the Chinese American Film Festival,
Yes.
small as a presentation to some elite kids, right? So for that, we give you a thumbs up.
Oh, thank
Right,
you.
both
Thank
thumbs
you.
up,
Yeah.
okay. Well, to make a long story short, I really have to make a good use of this opportunity. I know how busy you are. I would have to bring some basic to my audiences. And this is my homework, all right? And Congresswoman Judy Chu currently serves in the powerful House Ways Means Committee, right? And also she is a member of the subcommittee on health and human resources, right? And that's not the end of it. And House Small Business Committee, and all by which she chairs of the subcommittee on the investigation, oversight, and regulation, right? So lots of job, lots of hats to wear. I'm gonna name one by one. If I gonna name everything, I have to cancel the show, right? So okay. Now, to the question, all right? So now, we understand people say our freedom does not come free, right? Why do people say that our freedom does not come for free? Your take, please, seriously.
We have had Americans who have sacrificed so much in order to keep our freedom. And all throughout history, we've had people join in our war efforts, World War I, World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam War, and then the Middle East, Afghanistan and Iraq. They fought for our United States, and I especially appreciate it as the daughter of a veteran of World War II. My father served in the Army as a World War II veteran. He was a Chinese-American World War II veteran, and that I bring up because he served at a time when the Chinese Exclusion Act was still in operation for part of the time.
Yeah.
So remember that the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882 was in effect for 60 years,
Yes.
and it was the most discriminatory act passed by Congress, and said that Chinese Americans could not become naturalized citizens, so that they could not vote, and that they had to have papers on them at all
They
times.
cannot buy properties. They can't even marry, stuff like that.
Well, those were other laws, not exactly in the Chinese Exclusion Act, but they were similar laws that were passed to discriminate against the Chinese. So, despite all of that, my father was born here, and yes, he served in the U.S. Army for the U.S. to maintain our freedoms. And in fact, he was sent overseas to Okinawa, which is right in the front of the World War II.
Did he fall short because he is a Chinese American in service?
Well,
Because you guys go ahead. I'm only a Chinese American. Did he do that?
he didn't do that. He did use his expertise, however, in telecommunications, and was a telecommunications sergeant for his unit.
Well, we are over time, but still, we are worth it. We're worth it. And we thank Congresswoman very much for coming here out of her busy schedule. And my dear friends, let's celebrate.